We all have that ship that we love, and occasionally a new ship will try to steal that love away. That love for me is a C8X Pisces snub ship. It is my go-to for scooting around the verse and making my way downtown. It's small, reliable, and adequate. It doesn't do anything particularly special, but it never disappoints me. But there's a new challenger on the scene, and the Pisces might be primed to lose its throne. Let's take a look at the 135C and compare it to the C8X Pisces, and talk about the pros and cons of both, and which ship is a better starter for yours truly. Because it's a fun discussion to have, right? Me. Thank you for coming to my tomato talk. Now, I'd like to say up front, this video will not be about stats. It will be about the general user experience and how it feels to actually use these ships, mixed in with my own opinions and speculation, because me. If you don't like speculation, you might not enjoy this video. This is less a guide on which ship you should pick and more a stimulus to help you figure out which points are important to you in the decision-making process. That being said, let's run through the basic stats of the ships just so we can get them out of the way. The Anvil Pisces is an exploration-focused snub fighter, while the 135C is a cargo-running small ship. As you can see, the Pisces is shorter and faster on the high end while maintaining more space for passengers. But the 135 has more cargo capacity, fuel, and a higher basic speed. But what is it like to live with these ships? Well, as I've said, I've been using the Pisces for quite some time now, the better part of a year, and it's never been a disappointment. Being able to ferry around my friends and park the ship in other friends' carracks has been great. And with force reactions being implemented into the game, it makes more sense to have seats for your friends, but how far will those force reactions go? While my friends will be able to sit on the ground or lay in bed while I'm running maneuvers in my ship, having no real seats in the ship like the 135C is going to cause some problems when you're trying to run some professional passenger transport missions in the future. So you really need to consider one key point here. Are you going to be running passengers or cargo? That all being said, despite being the smaller ship, the Pisces seems to have more immediately usable interior space, which is nice for random box missions, or maybe in the future the occasional ultra small bike, or Pico, or 12. In the current game, transporting 6 SCU of cargo will do just about nothing for you, and transporting people is not an option. But in the future, small amounts of high value cargo will need a way to get around, as will people. But in an Anvil Pisces, you might not be able to charge for a very high class passenger. Now, this isn't a Drake ship, mind you, but it's not exactly an 85X either, is it? Another important thing to consider for a small ship is range. While the Pisces is an exploration-focused ship, the entire 100 series, including the 135C, will have a bespoke, patented refinery system built right into the ship. This will allow the ship to extract various types of gas from space or atmosphere and convert the raw material into different types of fuel. This means no need to stop and refuel, and the confidence to travel much further than other ships of a similar size. This, combined with the already existent higher quantum and hydrogen fuel tanks, means the 135C is a pretty good contender for the single-seat long-distance ship. At least for me. That being said, you don't have a toilet or any form of kitchen, so keep that in mind. Speaking of exploration, by the way, scanning equipment is always a consideration in that kind of ship. And while the Pisces is known to have a basic scanner and radar, we can only assume the 135C will have the same. The reason the Pisces has more basic exploration equipment as an exploration ship is because it's meant to be paired with the carrack. The carrack is pretty important when it comes to this comparison. Both ships do fit in the carrack, however the 135 requires quite a tight squeeze. This may be a problem when carrier ships gain the ability to refuel ships which are landed inside of them. If this refueling capability and the use of the carrack is important to you, it's probably better to play it safe with the Pisces. And while the Pisces is not extremely well armored, as an exploration vessel it does feature slightly more resistance to the elements than other ships of its size. Now, when it comes to actually flying either ship, I think the 135C, at least when empty, handily wins this category. I have a real joy flying both ships, but the 135 feels faster in atmosphere, it feels more maneuverable, and it can use afterburners for a longer period of time. It seems to also handle sharp turns better, as it appears to have a larger control surface area regarding aerodynamics as well. Now, all of this is considering current game stats, as well as a little speculation in the future. We very well may see a nerf on the 100 series in the next patch, considering it is a brand new ship. That being said, every statistic about these ships is subject to change in the future, so be careful going off of these kinds of things. Moving on to looks, finally. The looks are always subjective. However, there's one clear winner here. It is the 135C. That's it. Book closed. I'll see you guys later. No, but really, in my opinion, the 135C definitely looks better. Not only does the ship appear more sleek and clean, materials appear to be of higher quality. The Origin design language lends itself to a better look for smaller ships, in my opinion, and the interior comes off as better lit and, while quite Spartan, more inviting with lighter colors and brighter surfaces. Now, to wrap everything up, from the various categories that we've looked at the current state of the game and what I plan to do in the future of the game, I would say the 135C has won my vote. It's better looking, it has much higher range, it contains a bed that allows you to log in and out on the ship, it's still relatively defensible with 2 size 3 weapons, it has more cargo space, and it flies better. However, the Pisces is an exploration-focused ship, with some resistance to help. It also fits inside the smallest cargo bay of any ship in the game. It still has cargo space and allows you to safely transport other people, and it costs $15 less. The choice is yours. However, I will say this, when it comes to price, always consider the in-game price, which we don't know about the 135C yet. The dollar price difference is worth noting, and $15 is a large difference for this class ship. It's up to you to decide if you get that extra $15 out of picking the 135C. At the end of it all, I don't think you can go wrong either way. It really depends on what you want to get out of your small ship. A long-range cargo hauling good-looking all-arounder, or a short-range storable passenger transport. The choice is yours. But no matter what you choose, if you're making that first account, make sure to use my referral code to help support me and get yourself a little extra starting cash. That's on the screen right now, or you can find the link to send you straight to the page in the video description. And when you're done, consider joining my Discord server, where we've got a bunch of other Star Citizen and Sci-Fi gaming fans all mingling about and having a good time. It's a great group, everybody's really friendly, you have a chance of winning some exclusive giveaways over there, and you can assign yourself whatever role you pick in the verse. You can also get in touch with me on this Discord to fly with me on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, I fly with newcomers on my Twitch stream to show them the game and hear their thoughts on what they experience. You can find those episodes here on YouTube as well. And make sure to join us over there on Twitch, as we also play Mondays and Fridays together and the occasional Saturday, where we host events, have community nights, and just hang out and chat. And finally, if you'd like to support Space Tomato further, you can always become a channel member here or a member over on Patreon, both of whom receive a handful of perks that will get you exclusive content and access to unreleased cinematics. Thanks again for checking out this video. I hope it was helpful and maybe a little bit entertaining as well. And I hope to see you next time.